Hey guys, I'm gonna wait here until I get some people, but really have a whole boatload of couple of things to discuss. Top of which is I want to discuss what happened last night, what happened yesterday. Um, Everybody knows what happened with President Trump. I've got to discuss that. I wanted to wait a little bit till sort of the dust settled, but there are things that are just really concerning me about that. Okay. And I want to go into that. A lot of the stuff I'm getting is, yes, from Laura Loomer, and I know people don't like her. She's not a perfect person, but she's got a lot of really solid information on this individual that tried to kill Trump yesterday. And you need to just check all this out, okay? I'm serious. I am really perturbed. Um, let's start with that. Well, no, let's start with some. I'm going to start with that. Please don't mind me because, as I said, I have a whole boatload on my mind right now. Let's start first off with this. As many of you know, while President Trump was playing golf yesterday, a individual named Ryan Wesley Ruth tried to kill him. If it hadn't been for a very alert and very on the ball Secret Service agent, there were a few there that they have advanced Secret Service people that go ahead of him, I guess, as he's going to play golf and such, to check the secure area. And they spotted this guy with an AK-47 and a GoPro and whatever he needed. Okay, whatever this, bottom line here. And they caught him in enough time. Okay, they caught this guy in enough time. Praise God that they did. Seriously, praise God that they did. They caught this guy in enough time. There was an alert witness. I love it. The witness got license plate, the whole 9 yards, and he tried to flee in a car going up I-95, but he got caught. And there's a lot of things here that I want to share on this, okay? Because this is really important. Ryan Ruth, now his social media on X is gone. I was able to find something, and I'm not totally certain on this, but I found something I don't know how factual this is. It says no posts available. I don't know when he joined Facebook, but I don't know if this is a parody or what. But this dude is a leftist loon like you wouldn't believe. Laura was one of the first here, I gotta say. He's from Hawaii, open supporter of Biden and Harris. Now probably, Harris, Waltz, whatever. He did an interview with Newsweek about supporting the Ukraine. You got to get a load of this interview. This guy is a disheveled wreck, is about the best way I know of to support it. The New York Times profiled this guy. Newsweek interviewed him. Supposedly, he served in the U.S. Foreign Legion in Ukraine, which is reportedly tied to the CIA. Okay, this is what she says. He served in the U.S. Foreign Legion in Ukraine, which is reportedly tied to the CIA. Not only did Newsweek interview him about 2 years ago about his choice to fight in the Ukraine back in 22, in 2023, they also profiled this guy. The New York Times profiled the shooter. His efforts to recruit foreign fighters for Ukraine illegally in Pakistan and Iran, getting them fake passports. I actually saw a post he made on X about trying to get people from Afghanistan over to act as police officers or law enforcement in Haiti. This guy is a major piece of work, to say the least. Okay, I kid you not. I'm like, you should go to Laura Loomer's X page, and you're going to see just what I'm talking about. This guy is really, oh my Lord. And then afterwards, Rachel Vindman, who's Alexander Vindman's wife, who's responsible for all the lies with the first impeachment of Trump, she has the nerve to tweet at 2:16 p.m. yesterday, because this whole thing occurred between 1:30 and 2 in Florida Eastern time. No ears were harmed. Carry on with your Sunday afternoon. How dare you, Rachel? How bloomin' dare you? I'm serious. And you, as I said, you got to get a load of this guy. He's like, oh my word. The people that apparently recruited him, according to one source here, one former elite Afghan reconnaissance unit member, Sergeant Major Kadim, told Semaphore through an interpreter that there are at least hundreds of Afghans like him who want to fight in Ukraine, called Russia's invasion a war against democracy and humanity. Great. But Ruth is mentioned in it. Okay. And of course, they're also going after her. And I'm going to go into this in a little bit too, because two reporters, two so-called journalists, trying to remember her name on CNN, Anna Bash, I think her name is, the dumb blonde, and Lester Holt on NBC News had the nerve to blame Trump for this assassination attempt because of the allegation, the proven allegation, I think it's proven, that the Haitians that are in Springfield, Ohio, are eating animals, eating cats and dogs. And Laura Loomer's got a lot on here about that. There's something here that's very frightening. The New York Post has something about, did Ryan Ruth have inside info on Trump's movements? FBI official calls possibility scary. I mean, I'm reading this seriously. And it amazes me. It just amazes me with this. And of course, people attacking Laura, she's calling them out. And especially with this. And of course, Politico, their thing, Republicans outraged over possible assassination attempt. They're going to keep trying to kill Trump. And I firmly believe that too. Now, this is very interesting. She has a video on here. I encourage you to see this. I saw this TikTok. The Haitian immigrants, this man says they are indeed taking animals where they're at, and it's tied in with, it's the voodoo practice of witchcraft. And I'm a little familiar with that. It's scary. But here's something from Ryan's X page that's now suspended, gone. She archived everything before they took it off. He says, I have thousands of Afghan soldiers that wish to serve the Haiti National Police at cheap wages, 1,000 with passports ready to fly. He's got a phone number and an email. This is frightening, guys. There's apparently, of course, an Iranian attempt, a plot to assassinate him, and wrote a book. According to this, too, according to the AP, Ryan here wrote a book urging Iran to assassinate him. Okay, all of this, bottom line here, guys, is because of the leftist narrative that Trump needs to be removed. That Biden, put a bullseye on him. That he's a threat to democracy. Something needs to be done about him. And now, of course, worms and cockroaches infested Lester Holt and dumb blonde Dana Bash, I believe her name is, have the nerve to say that this is Trump's fault because he brought it on himself. Okay, this is the ultimate in victim blaming, because Trump truthfully stated, and the attorney, I said this the other day, the Attorney General of Ohio stated that there were reports, factual reports, that the Haitian immigrants were taking wildlife. They were taking wildlife and destroying them. Geese, ducks, I believe, definitely cats and dogs. I really encourage you. I know Laura Loomer's not perfect, but Laura makes sense on a great deal of things. She's got pictures of this turd. This guy really looks atrocious. Seriously. He's absolutely atrocious. And I don't know if the Facebook page I just saw is a parody or what. Doesn't say. But you got to check that out too. I don't know if maybe Facebook, I don't know if they did something on it, but Laura Loomer about an hour ago said that when Ryan was brought into court, he smiled and laughed. He's being charged for possessing a firearm as a convicted felon, possessing a firearm with an obliterated serial number. That's not good. And you see, bottom line here, how do I put this? The just total out and out evil here going against Trump. I mean, it's very scary. This is interesting. Something very interesting that Trump said, their rhetoric is causing me to be shot at when I am the one who is going to save the country, and they are the ones that are destroying the country both from the inside and out. That's frightening. That's frightening. And this is what Trump said this morning. Trump said this morning, and that he's definitely turning the hot water, the heat on Kamala and Biden. And Hakeem Jeffries, shame on you for saying this. Extreme MAGA Republicans are the party of a national abortion ban in Trump's Project 2025. We must stop them. Okay? Shame on you for saying that, because first of all, there's so many lies in this. We don't want an abortion ban, and Trump does not have a Project 2025. Him saying this really pisses me off. It really deeply pisses me off, pardon me. And I've been told here, people have reported it, as an incitement to violence, and it should be. I mean, Hakeem is known for doing this. He's known for doing a lot of really stupid things. That's how I'm going to put it. Saying and doing stupid things. And here's another one. Extreme MAGA Republicans don't simply have concepts about how to control your life. They have a detailed plan. It's called no, that's a flat out lie, Hakeem. Absolute flat out lie. It's been made very clear. It's been debunked multiple times. I mean, you should see the community notes on this. The community notes are like all over it. And I'm seriously considering reporting this for inciting violence. It just amazes me. And I love this here. Oh, brother. It just amazes me, seriously. That's the only way to put it. And shame on you, Hakeem, for saying these lies. I'm going to say that right now. Shame on you, Hakeem, for saying these lies, because they are actual lies. They are beyond lies. Because all of this is seriously inciting violence. I firmly agree. I firmly believe that. All of this is doing nothing but that. And it's sick. And right now I'm actually reporting Hakeem's post here for it. It may not get removed, so nothing will get done about his thing, but it'll be a warning. It's really sad. It's about the only way I can put it right now. And I had to share that because it really bothers me. You know, I wanted to wait until after all was said and done, because, and we're still finding out more. And I'm looking forward to the 5 tonight when they discuss. Now I want to go into something else. Let's get off of that. Okay. This is something that's really disturbing me as well. As many of you know, I'm a Christian. I'm saved and I love the Lord very much. I came out of something called the Independent Fundamental Baptist Church. Okay. And last week, a very major thing occurred, a major scandal, to say the least. I mean, there's so many scandals within the Independent Fundamental Baptist Church, it's not funny. Well, one of the big names in it, okay? One of the big names in it, and I encourage you to go to go on Facebook and look up Preacher Boys. Go online and look up Preacher Boys podcast. It's done by a man named Eric Skwarczynski, who came out of the IFB himself too. He's got a mission, and it's a good one, to report, to expose the evil within the Independent Fundamental Baptist Church. There's a lot of evil going on within it. I'm not saying the entire denomination is evil. I think there's some very good people in it, but this one particular, it came out. Let's see, when did this come out? Came out about 5 days ago. A man named David Baker, who was buddy beyond anything with Dave Hiles, who was the late Jack Hiles' son. And Dave Hiles has skeletons beyond skeletons in his closet. He's got several allegations, legit allegations of rape and sexual abuse against him. Well, Dave Baker, who they were like this, okay? It came out about 5 days ago, and Eric was able to confirm all of this, that he was arrested for aggravated sexual assault against a minor. He was arrested on September 10th, okay? The extent of the abuse isn't known publicly, but apparently there are multiple victims involved, okay? Multiple victims involved. He tried to call the Independent Baptist Online College that this guy founded. He was pastor of Family Baptist Church in Tennessee. Well, here's the I don't know what you call it, because he was arrested September 10th. Then September 11th, this is what happens. Multiple sources have confirmed that David Baker has committed suicide following charges of aggravated sexual abuse against a minor. Eric has a 20-some minute video about all of this. Apparently, he posted a $200,000 bond, and he went to the hospital where he was born that had significance for him, and went into the restroom of the hospital and shot himself in the chest and killed himself. And it's interesting, of course, 4 days ago, Eric shares, it's truly jaw-dropping how many people get mad at me for reporting on abuse instead of getting mad at the people perpetrating it. Check your priorities. And I agree. I very much agree. It's frightening. It's really frightening. And when I saw this, that he had committed suicide, I'll be honest, I was shocked. And he's got something on Patreon that I'll gladly share with all of you in this link about what happened. He has a thing on Patreon. I have something on Patreon I'm working on myself. And I'm telling you right now, guys, it's frightening. I don't know how else to put it. It's very frightening. You've got to check this out because it's extremely scary. And he's going to release this to the judge. He released this yesterday. Bob Gray, Dr. Bob Gray, who is another Hiles acolyte, is kind of like treating it like nothing's happened. Independent Baptist Online College said this: like everyone else, we were shocked and deeply disappointed by the recent information regarding our former president, Dr. Baker, which we became aware of just this week. It brings sadness to us all. In light of these developments, we've decided to remove his classes to ensure we maintain a pure learning environment for all students. How about not just removing his classes, but how about doing some spiritual house cleaning? Nowhere in this does it say we are against this crime that was done to this victim. They're not showing any compassion or support for this victim. And as I said, you've got to check this out. You need to check this out. I have this particular video. It says here, according to my friend Eric, with the video that he's got here, I want to warn people, it contains description of abuse involving minors, suicide, and all that stuff. You got to hear this. It's really frightening. And you've got to check this out. I'm urging my fellow believers to check it out, especially because this guy was buddy-buddy, as I said, with Dave Hiles. And he learned everything from Dave. But somewhere along the way, he couldn't get away with it. And Eric's got all the facts here. They're already trying to, the IFB acolytes, the IFB flying monkeys, as I also like to call them, and my husband's laughing on that one, but the minions, they're attacking the victim. They're deeply attacking her. And I encourage you guys to go to the Preacher Boys podcast and to the Facebook page and check all of this out. I had to share this with you guys because this deeply concerns me. Both of these things very deeply concern me. Okay? Now, those of you that get to watch this later, I'm just encouraging you guys, if you've got any questions or concerns, feedback, please message me privately. Okay? Thanks a lot. Bye.